Hello everyone. Welcome to another video. Today I am sharing with you what's for dinner this week. All right, so this first dish that we are going to look at is my chicken stir fry and noodles. I will link down below the recipe that I kind of envisioned mine based off of down below, but basically it's just thin sliced chicken. You're going to make a sauce and you're going to pour that sauce on your sauteed chicken. Let this reduce down. Add your noodles. This is udon noodles that I'm using. You could use any sort of par-cooked or already pre-cooked noodles. These are par-cooked, but then of course they are refrigerated in that package. So then you're going to mix them in. This is what it looks like. Honestly, this meal, other than slicing the chicken, came together in literally 15 minutes because the noodles are pretty much cooked. You just got to mix up your sauce, slice your chicken, cook it all up here, and you are good to go. This is what it looked like, plated up with some green onions, and we had a salad on the side as well with just some Parmesan, romaine, and croutons with some ranch dressing. Okay, and moving into our second recipe of this week's What's for Dinner recipe video, we are going to make some Southern style green beans. Typically I would slow cook green beans in this sort of fashion and use like a ham hock or fatback or salt pork. But right now we have been on a kick of just using a little bit of garlic powder and then a few slices of bacon and some salt and pepper, and the Italian cut green beans are our favorite. So this is a 28-ounce can and a couple of cans worth of water as well. I did drain and rinse the green beans, and then I used that can just to measure like 3 cans worth of water. But I did saute the bacon in the same pan first, and you can do that even if you're using a pot. It will be just fine. But this is going to be a side dish with our Ritz cheddar chicken this week in this video. So I just wanted to share with you how I do my green beans, and then I let them simmer on a low simmer. I keep them on about medium heat, but then once they come to a simmer, I will turn it down, and I'll stir it, every 30 minutes or so, and let them cook for 3 to 4 hours. And that just really lets them get a lot of flavor. I mean, they will be done within about 30 minutes. It'll be heated through and ready to eat. But if you're like us and you want that rich flavor to your green beans, then you're going to want to let them cook for 3 to 4 hours. That's going to give you that optimum flavor profile there. So this is just our favorite way to do it. It is one 28-ounce can, 3 of the 28-ounce cans filled with water, and then I used 2 strips of bacon cut in half. All right, so here's a look at my chicken. I'm just showing this to you. The audio didn't turn out great, so I'm just going to talk over myself here. But I think I'd shown before in another recipe video how I make my Ritz cheddar chicken. So I just showed you the finished breaded product there. But if I can find that video where I showed you my Ritz cheddar chicken down below, I will link that for you so that you can go back and see. But it is super simple. 4 ingredients: boneless, skinless chicken breast, shredded cheddar cheese or whatever cheese you prefer, Ritz crackers, and liquid ranch dressing. You can use store-bought or homemade. You just coat your chicken breast or chicken breast tenderloins in the ranch, then into crushed up crackers and cheese, and then bake it 375 for about 45 minutes, and this is what you get. I made a quick box of macaroni and cheese as well as a steam bag of mixed veggies and our green beans. I did not show the process here, but this is a look at our barbecue sandwiches. I just put a couple of boneless, skinless chicken breasts in the crock pot in a sauce, but I'll share with you the freezer meal that I made because I actually used it this time and just dumped all of that in the crock pot, shredded it up, served it on some toasted buns with some pickles and mayonnaise, and there you go. Okay, another recipe for this video is going to be some stir-fried rice and stir-fried chicken. We really enjoy this kind of stuff, and honestly, it is very, very, very quick. So I've used one of those packets of fried rice seasoning here, as well as the packets of the already like the 90-second rice, but I don't heat it up first. I just dump it right into my skillet with 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil or whatever oil you have on hand. You heat the rice up and break it up. Add your rice seasoning packet, fried rice seasoning packet, some soy sauce, finish it off with some green beans, finish it off with some sliced green onions or scallions, and you are good to go. So this part of the dinner is super duper easy. So I made it first and then set it to the side. And then I also made these chicken dumplings that we got. We had never tried this P.F. Chang's chicken dumplings before, but they turned out really, really good. So I would recommend them. I think I got these from Target, and I think they were like $3.89 or $3.99, something like that. So I just cooked them according to their package directions. And then when they were good to go, we just put those on the side. And then this week was not stir-fried chicken, it was orange chicken. Forgot about that. But I just made that in the oven, and you can see we had that with the fried rice, the dumplings, and salads, and just we had some romaine lettuce we needed to use up, and croutons and cheese with some dressing. And keeping it real, we had a pizza night in here. I think I'm actually showing you 2 different versions of pizza night for us. But this one, we just had some side salads, well, pretty big side salads because that's a 10-inch dinner plate. And then we were not really in the mood this night for full-on pizza, but a quick and cheap way to do dinner, we got the Italian cheesy bread and did that, and it was delicious. And then on this recipe here, I wanted to share with you my version of an eggless pasta carbonara. So this is kind of my take on a pseudo carbonara recipe. It is not authentic, but it is delicious, and it's kind of one of the things I just sort of made up after a friend showed me a little bit different way to make it, and we love it. It's a staple in our house. So we've got a couple of slices of Ritz brand Applewood smoked bacon. You can use whatever bacon that you just love. And I cut it into strips and then sauteed it. I've got my noodles boiling. Once the bacon is cooked through, you're going to add a couple of tablespoons of minced garlic or a couple of cloves of garlic minced up, whatever you have on hand. I have that big jug of garlic from Sam's Club. And then you add in some chopped green onions. I think I used about 3 stalks of green onions here. And you're just going to leave the bacon grease in the pan and move all of this around. You don't want to burn your garlic. Then I added in some Italian seasoning, and I'm also going to add about half a pint of heavy whipping cream. Now, if I have it, I usually add a little bit of white wine to the pan before I add the heavy whipping cream, and that sort of deglazes the pan. But you can use chicken stock or you can skip it all together, whatever you prefer. And then I'm also going to add a little bit of salt and pepper to this, and we're just going to heat that heavy whipping cream up, and then we're going to add in either Italian blend cheese, mozzarella, whatever you have on hand. I also really like using just Parmesan, so that's what I've got here. About 3 ounces of shredded or grated Parmesan cheese, and you can turn the heat off at this point and just let that kind of thicken up there and melt the cheese and bring that sauce all together. And it is super easy, super quick, super delicious, and it's a rather cheap dish, but I definitely would not say that it is low calorie or fat free, because it is not, but it is delicious. So then I just toss in my noodles. I think I was trying to do this one-handed and hold the camera, so I didn't get out my tongs, but that usually makes this job a lot easier. But yeah, in the time it takes to boil your pasta, the sauce is done, then you just throw it together. Okay, and our last look at a recipe is not a recipe at all. It is, we had Pizza Hut for dinner, so just some thin crust pepperoni pizza, some boneless barbecue wings, and breadsticks. Okay, y'all, that's everything that I've got for you this week for What's for Dinner. Thank you so much for joining me. If there are recipes that you would like to see me make, please leave those down in the comments down below. Check the description box for any recipes mentioned. And until the next video, I'll see y'all in the comments down below. Bye-bye.